feels empty now. The pain builds up inside. I tried so many times to imagine that you're here. Pretend you're coming back, pretend that you're still near, but it's no use now. You've moved on, but just remember this: you got a piece of my heart. So please remember me, my love. Don't ever wash away those tears we both cried. And as we go our separate ways, I remember you each day. And maybe one day you'll return with my broken heart. Another lonely day, another sleepless night. I wonder what you're feeling and who's now by your side. I wish I could have changed the way the story goes, rewrite my life with you, and whisper one more time, amore mio, ti amo. 'Cause it's not easy to move on while I'm still so lost in you. You've got a piece of my heart, so please remember me, my love. Don't ever wash away those tears we both cried. And as we go our separate ways, I remember you each day. And maybe one day you'll return with my broken heart. This heart of mine belongs to you. You're so deep inside my soul. When two hearts beat as one, don't ever let go. Baby, just remember this: so remember my love. We both cried. And as we go separate ways, I remember each day. One day you return with my heart Sunday. So please remember me, my love. Never wash away those tears we both cried. So never wash away those tears each day of my life. One day you return, you'll stay in my life. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Hello everyone, Giada Valenti here in Las Vegas. How are you guys? So it's 2 p.m. here in Las Vegas, more than 115 episodes so far of Giada Live. What a journey it has been during this COVID-19. Of course, I see a lot of you appearing there. A lot of you are watching from New York City. Hello, guys. How are you over there? I know it's 5 p.m. in the afternoon, 10 p.m. Central Time in the United States. Of course, buonasera, quasi buonanotte per quelli che ci guardano dall'Italia, for the Italian people, where it's 11 at night, 22 for you in Ireland and England. And good morning, yes, I know, good morning to you guys watching from Australia. I know there's always some people. And I see also Alejandra appearing today from Uruguay, which I've heard from her is cold in winter. Well, not in Vegas. Vegas is very hot today. Actually, we have also a temperature under 10 Fahrenheit, which is around 39 in Celsius. So that's why I put on the back a cool and refreshing place near where I was born and raised. That's on the back is the lake of Garda, Il Lago di Garda. Well, as you know, I'm a singer and songwriter born and raised in Venice, Italy. I do live in Las Vegas now, and I love to entertain my circle of love, as I love to call you, with a lot of fun. Interviews, singing, cooking. If you've been with me for these 100 days, you know. Today actually is an exciting day because this Thursday is the first Thursday that we're going to talk about Italy and anything and everything about Italy. And I'm doing together with a dear friend of mine, Richard Micheli. I've been friends with him ever since I moved to the United States. And he has a very popular page on Facebook, but of course also a web page called Italia Living. And we decided to work together every day, just like me, so proud of everything and anything that is Italian. So we are going live today also on the page of Italian Living. They have more than 500,000 viewers, so hopefully we're going to get a lot of new people watching today. I see also not somebody watching from Adelaide. I see some people from Nola. So guys, benvenuti, welcome to all of you that you are watching from Italian Living. Italian Living promote the lifestyles and the beauty of Italy. So every week on Thursday, we will be talking about the elegance and the charm of Italy with fashion and stuff like that. Of course, so thank you, Richard, for being part of this journey of the Giada Life. So exciting, actually. And while I was going through Italian Living and the website, I found actually some fun, nice, interesting news coming from my country that I wanted to share with you. So in case you haven't heard, the first is a nice humanitarian gesture by a fashion icon from Italy, actually is Brunello Cucinelli. Listen what he did. He had decided to donate over $34 million worth of dollars of merchandise that didn't sell during the lockdown in Italy of the COVID-19. They are turning the excess inventory due to the COVID-19 lockdown into a new humanitarian opportunity. Find the good in the worst time, and he called this new humanitarian things the Brunello Cucinelli Humanity. So no usual sell, you know, half of the price. No, he decided to give everything for free for humanitarian reasons. So thank you, Brunello Cucinelli. If you're not familiar, here is a picture. They are a brand that are mostly famous for cashmere creations. Very beautiful. Is from the region of Umbria, which we'll be talking more in a second. And I like that he's very positive because he said, I lost $34 million this year in sales, but I'm gonna make that up with the good things now, and in 2021 everything is coming back and I'm gonna be better than ever. So thank you, Brunello Cucinelli. Let's stay in Umbria for a second. If you've never been, is in the center of Italy. I found on the website that right now, I haven't been myself, but surely I will go when it's possible to travel again. Do you remember traveling with suitcase and airplane? Yes. When it's possible, I want to go to this place called Castelluccio. I'm going to play a little video for you. Is in Umbria, that you can see where it is overlooking the Piano Grande by the Sibillini Mountains, a beautiful, beautiful place. And he only has 150 inhabitants, and is very near to Norcia. It is famous for the black truffles that you see here on the picture. There are amazing fields of lanterns, barley, and spelt and poppies blooming every year around this time. Those pictures are taken only a few days ago. They create a beautiful landscape that looks like a carpet of colors. Look at those pictures, guy. Every summer is a phenomenon that view thousands of tourists to visit. Surely, if you have never been to Umbria, we call it the green heart of Italy, il cuore verde d'Italia, and it's beautiful. There are many little villages like the one that we are visiting today, and of course, it's also famous for a little bit more bigger cities with a lot of art, museums, and church. Like in a second, we are gonna see Assisi, which is the famous city where Saint Francis was born. Here you can see a picture in a second. Beautiful church and so many things to watch. Of course, there is also famous for Perugia, where there is my favorite chocolate, the Baci Baci Perugina, and of course, he also hosts one of the most famous and prestigious jazz festival in the world called the Umbria Jazz, which every year, as you can see from the pictures, not this year I think, I have to check if this year they're going to have the Umbria Jazz, but every year thousands of tourists go to, music lover goes to the Umbria Jazz. So it's a beautiful place to keep in mind when we can travel again. And now a quick overview about fitness, health and beauty, something we haven't done much on the Giada Live, but I thought, hey, we are what we eat and we have to keep healthy and beautiful. I found out a few things about olive oil and coffee, two things that if you are Italian, you love it, and if you are an Italian lover, you love it even more than we do. So about olive oil, beautiful olive oil, it's now believed that the monosaturated fat in extra virgin olive oil and the high level of free radical fighting vitamin E may prevent muscle breakdown by lowering levels of cellular protein, which relate to the muscle wasting and weakness when we do sport. It's good to lower rates of heart disease and colon cancer, and also help reduce the risk of diabetes and osteoporosis, very important, and may also help to lower the blood pressure. So I would say olive oil a go-go. Of course, in salads, you can substitute olive oil also with butter in cooking, and it's also good for your beauty because you can put it on your skin, on your hair and your nails, and of course if it's very dry they get very nice. And if you can add to olive oil some sugar, already the whole Romans were doing, you can exfoliate your body and hydrate your body, and you're gonna look spectacular, beautiful. Actually, it's something that my grandmother used to do, and we do it in our family. Coffee. I'm sure you are enjoying coffee if you are in Vegas 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Not much if you are in Italy right now. Recent studies of our beloved coffee show that it can extend the workout. Yeah, you know, remember when we go to the gym, we can get more energy from our coffee. They say that people that drink 2.5 cups of coffee a few hours before an exercise test were able to sprint 9% longer than when they didn't drink it any. So additional benefit of coffee, also 30% lower risk to get Parkinson's disease of the people that don't drink coffee. So just be careful, of course, if you have high blood pressure. So I've heard before olive oil lower the high blood pressure, so a lot of olive oil and then a lot of coffee, and let's go to the gym. Guys, these were a couple of fun, nice things I found on the website. I hope you guys are enjoying that. I see also Elisabetta Bozza appearing from Italy. Ciao Elisabetta, appena ritornata. She is actually together with my brother Roberto, and they just came back from a beautiful vacation in Capri, and I was enjoying their pictures on the internet. Welcome back, guys. I'm sure you guys had a good time over there. And today, as I said, Elisabetta is watching. I'm not a wine drinker. I love to sing. I'm a singer and a songwriter, as you know, born and raised in Venice, Italy. And I'm one of the few Italians that doesn't cook, go to restaurant, and never drinks much wine. So I thought, since wine can go very well with the food I'm cooking, let's learn something and take a journey together to learn more about wine. Last week, if you were with me last Friday, and otherwise you can watch the episode back on giada.live, we learned more about the Prosecco. And today we take a journey into the planet of Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigio. Keep in mind, I don't know if you are a wine expert. I do not know much. Actually nothing about the wine, only that there is the wine and the red. I learned everything about Prosecco last week. As I said, if you haven't, go to giada.live and you can see the episode by Prosecco. And today, thanks to my friends of Bosco del Merlo, which is a very famous winery that is in the region where I was born and raised outside Venice, they send me a lot of wine, and this is actually a very special one. It's Pinot Grigio Rosé. which is a new DOC versions of the Pinot Grigio. We will be talking at the end of the program. So, I taste the wine at the end because not being a wine drinker, I may get drunk by only smelling the wine. So just like last week with the Prosecco, we take the journey into the world of Prosecco, and then we do the birthday and the events, and then I'm gonna drink the wine. So let's do this. What is Pinot Grigio, guys? Are you wondering? I see all of you appearing. Pinot Bianco, the best ever. That's what's said. It's Grigio today, Elisabetta. So Pinot Grigio, I know Elisabetta actually know quite some about wine. So Pinot Grigio is a refreshing and zesty white wine that when served cold, there is on the picture, is perfect for a hot summer day drink. So perfect for me today in Las Vegas with 41 gradi, 110 degrees. So it goes by several different names depending of the country where it's produced. Pinot Grigio in Italy, Pinot Gris in France, and Grauer Burgunder in Germany, and Grauburgunder in Austria, where Gris, Grigio, and Grauer means gray, in case you didn't know. So Grigio or Gris means gray. Pinot Grigio is the second most popular wine in the United States, being second only to Chardonnay, who is the number one. Like all the white wines I've learned last week, Pinot Grigio is relatively low in alcohol, which is good and perfect for me. Great that Bosco del Merlo didn't send me red wine yet, so I can start with a wine. Pinot Grigio and Pinot Gris, if you're wondering, they are interchangeable. However, I read here, it's useful to know that Pinot Gris implies that it's more fruity because it comes from French. French style kind of Pinot Grigio, and Pinot Grigio suggests a drier Italian style. Pinot Grigio grapes mature quickly and are usually one of the first grape varieties that harvest each year, sometimes as early as late August, so it's coming up very soon. It takes approximately 6 months to produce the wine, so very, very short time, and it's usually ready by late winter or early spring to drink. Actually, the Pinot Grigio is ready to drink as soon as it's bottled, so perfect for me if I was a winemaker. Pinot Grigio is second in the United States, as I said, only to the Chardonnay. So if you're wondering what's the difference between Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio, I didn't know. Here is what I've learned. That there are many differences from the grapes used and the way, of course, the wine is produced. But in short, here there are a few small differences between Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio. There we can see the color of the grapes, actually. Chardonnay comes from green-skinned grapes, where the Pinot Grigio comes from a grayish-blue grapes, as you can see on that picture. Chardonnay is usually a creamy wine with a fresh-cut grass aroma, learning here, where Pinot Grigio is tart and light. Chardonnay is considered to be a more kind of complex wine because Pinot Grigio is considered one of the more simple wine. That's why it's also very popular. What about having some history of this Pinot Grigio that, keep in mind, is here, and I will be drinking it by the end of the program. And guys, if you want to buy these wines, of course, of Bosco del Merlo, I'm going to post later a link where you can buy it if you are in the United States. In Italy, guys, you find it everywhere, and just send me an email if you want to find this specific brand, Bosco del Merlo, and I can try to help you through my friends to see if it's available in your country. History of the Pinot Grigio. Guys, are you ready? While most believe Pinot Grigio originated in Italy, me, because I make everything originating in Italy, it was actually born in France. Yes, it was born in France, where it is known as Pinot Gris. They think it's a variation of the red grape of Pinot Noir. Pinot Gris skins are not green like the other wines grape, like we saw, like the other white grapes for make white wines, but instead has a grayish blue hue, which gives the name of the wine, not per se the color. As I said, he originated in France, in a beautiful region. If you haven't been, when we can travel again, I suggest you go Burgundy. Burgundy is a beautiful region of France, famous for the productions of wine that you can see not far from Paris actually. And he originated there, but found its way to Switzerland in 1300, where it was considered a favorite wine of the emperor. From there, of course, the grape made its way to northern Italy, and the real story of the Pinot Grigio started and the Pinot Grigio was born when he landed to Italy. Not only Italy, the Pinot Grigio became Pinot Grigio became Pinot Grigio. We remember gris means gray and Grigio means gray, so we Italianized the name. And the wine found a perfect climate for the production in the region of the northern eastern of Italy, where I was born and raised. The Veneto, Friuli, Trentino, and Trentino Alto Adige becoming one of the most popular white wine all over Italy and one of the most popular imported wines in the United States and I guess all over the world. Pinot Grigio has a lot of discussions about it. You have some haters, they say when you became very famous, somebody start to dislike you. And the snob of wine tend to not like him very much because he's too simple and uninteresting, I've been read. But this is mostly because Pinot Grigio is so popular and the popularity resulted in some very bad mass-produced bottles which have given the wine a bad name. So to avoid that, listen to this. One of the best ways to ensure you drink delicious, interesting Pinot Grigio is simply avoid the budget bottles of wine being sold under huge mass marketing campaigns. So there are a few great. Bosco del Merlo is one of them, and another one, of course, is Santa Margherita, one of the most popular, actually. Taste and flavor profile. I've learned last week when we were talking about Prosecco that there is all new language when it comes to wine, and we are taking this journey together. So if you already know all these things, you're gonna hear him again. If you're just like me, you know nothing, you're taking the journey and we'll learn everything about wine. So taste and flavor profile of Pinot Grigio. Okay, so how does the Pinot Grigio taste basically? So it's dry, it can be mineral, crisp, refreshing, light-bodied and floral. Pinot Grigio is low in tannino, and tends toward a leaner-bodied style in Italy. However, the same grape in France, especially in Alsace, we are going to talk in a second, in Germany and in Oregon, where it's produced, and in some New World areas, the Pinot Grigio is also produced there and often has a little bit of a fuller body and richer than their Italian cousins, I've reading. The alcohol by volume, the ABV in Pinot Grigio, very important for me that I'm not such a good drinker, so I need to start with low alcohol per volume, is number 5, from 5 to 13 number 0.5 so percent, and it has a shelf life of 3 years to 5 years. So when you have it, so I can keep this bottle for 3 to 5 years, but it's not going to make it that long. Aroma profile of the Pinot Grigio, being a wine style made from fresh grape that have not reached a high level of ripeness. Remember, it became very ripe very fast. The aroma found in Pinot Grigio are soluble, and reminiscent of delicately scented produced fruits such, here we go, lime, lemon, apple, pear, stone fruits like white peach and nectarine, floral, orange blossom and elderflower, honeysuckle, herbal, acacia leaf, mint, fennel, and other aromas can be almond, ginger, honey, and white pepper. Is this amazing of what? Keep in mind, it's a journey I'm taking into the planet of wine. I do not know nothing about wine, but I'm learning, and thank you for being here and learning with me. And if you are wine expert, forgive me for repeating all these things, but sometimes it's nice to hear back again. And if there are some information that I find on the web that they are not correct, please make sure to let me know. On the YouTube, there is a chat now where you're all guys appearing now. On YouTube, you can like my page, and underneath there is the wall where you can leave message. If you leave a message over there, if there is anything, a question or something that wasn't correct about what I'm telling, please leave me a comment there and I will make sure to answer back to you. We are here to learn, and if you know anything more about it that I haven't said, please just let me know, and next week I'm gonna make the comments available for everybody. So there are 3 main types of Pinot Grigio. I didn't know that depending from where the grapes are cultivated, of course. So there is it can be minerally and dry, fruity and dry, or fruity and sweet, and that one comes from Alsatian region in France. So, mineral and dry. Here is the picture that JJ is showing. The style comes from the northern of Italy, Trentino Alto Adige, Veneto, and Lombardy, Italy, where I was formed actually, and also outside Austria and Hungary. And it needs a cooler climate. That's why it's perfect for the northern of Italy. It is usually produced in stainless steel tanks without any ox aging. How about that? The mountains terrain ensures that the grapes have a high acidity and produce an exceptionally dry white wine. It is the classic Pinot Grigio, which wine drinkers love for its simplicity and for the love taste of fruit. It generally has a alcohol level between 10 to 12.5%. The alcohol by volume. So picture number 2, the Pinot Grigio can be fruity and dry. Learning something here. This style comes from warmer climates, so like Tuscany, Sicily, and Abruzzo, and outside Italy in Chile, Australia, and California. The taste is a little bit more complex and rich, and it's a little bit fruit-driven style. Aroma of lemon, apple, and peach will be predominant. The fruity aroma signifies that the wine style grew in a more sunnier climate. So I understood now. Dry wine, cold weather, a little bit more fruity, warmer weather. Learning something about the wine. The style will have less acidity and more smooth mouthfeel due to the process of the malolactic fermentation. Never heard of this. Malolactic fermentation, which is a fancy way of saying that the wine acids undergo a transformation from malic acid to lactic acid. Guys, are you learning something with me? Fruit-forward Pinot Grigio wines are produced in stainless steel tanks or natural barrels. We will have one of these days an expert that will tell us all about all in details. Third kind of Prosecco, of Pinot Grigio, sorry, I still have the Prosecco in my mind, is fruity and sweet, which remind me a little bit of the Prosecco of last week. This style is produced in Alsace, France, and is due to the winemakers trying to reproduce an Hungarian very popular wine, a sweet wine that was called Tokaj. Tokaj was popular with royalty in Transylvania and in the Ottoman Empire, so very long time ago. Its fruity and sweet Pinot Grigio wine will have flowers of sweet lemons, honey, and honey crisp apple. And remember, it's only the Pinot Grigio that comes from France. Winemakers also use technique to increase the mouthfeel texture by using late harvest grapes. So they let the grape go longer before they pick them up. Food pairing. Very important, because as you remember, every Saturday in sign language I'm in the kitchen and I became a chef. I am a singer in sign language, but on Saturday I cook for you guys that have been never been with me. I'm an Italian singer and songwriter, but love to cook, and now I'm learning about wine. So that's why it wasn't the reason when I wanted to learn more about wine, to pair the wine with the delicious food I am cooking every Saturday and give you more info too. So yeah, best food pairings for the Pinot Grigio. Is perfect for meal taken in the summer months. Pinot Grigio is also great wine to pair with a variety of food. Look at those pictures of food. I haven't had my lunch now and I'm getting hungry. So shellfish, scallops, and fish will taste great with Pinot Grigio as a refreshing cleansing effect on the palate. The strong flavors of garlic, oregano, ginger, thyme, and black and white pepper, all things I love when I cook, makes for a good meal paired with this wine. It goes also well with pasta dishes. Yes, Guy. It goes very well with carbonara, do you remember? And almost with all the recipe that I made so far. Go on giada.live and you find a recipe I made, like the gnocchi with the scallops that I made will go perfectly with. And even the pasta with the tuna and peas that I make, I read, will go well with the Pinot Grigio. It goes well also with chicken. Especially when cooked with light creams and lemon-based sauce, and it goes very well with cheese, of course, and is recommended actually with cheese. Not go well only with a few things, so not with other food with acidity, so not with sauce that are full of tomato sauce or with a lot of lemon, and doesn't go well with spicy food, I've read here. So these were everything I could find about Pinot Grigio. So thank you for taking this journey into the planet of Pinot Grigio with me. Guys, if you have, you're getting me hungry, Alfonso Cutillo. I said, me too. I haven't had my lunch. And bear in mind that I will be drinking before the end of the program also a glass of some very special Pinot Grigio. By the way, I can smell it now. I've learned last week to remember to smell the wine, and really has a spectacular, beautiful smell. Actually, I have in front of me a very special Pinot Grigio. Let me put down these two things and I tell you what I have here in front of me. It's a Pinot Grigio Rosé. Did you know that there is also a Pinot Grigio Rosé? I didn't know, but apparently it exists, and the producer typically macerated the juice and the skins, just like when they make rosé wines, for about 20 to 36 hours. Depending on the producer, it may offer nuances of white raspberry, leather, sour cherry, add a note of dried cranberry sweetness on the finish. Today here I have with me the one that you see on the pictures, which is the Pinot Grigio Rosé of Delle Venezie, that my friends of Bosco del Merlo sent it to me. Their vineyards are located outside Venice, where I was born and raised indeed. Here is another picture. You can see where Bosco del Merlo is located, and there also where I was born and raised. That's home for me over there. I passed by through that place so many times. So the DOC delle Venezie, denominazione d'origine controllata, the one that I have here with me that I will be tasting in a second, is one of the most recent denominations of the northern of Italy to protect the species. It was established actually only in 2017, so 3 years ago, and promote the Pinot Grigio, a wine that symbolizes l'italianità, the Italianness of the Friuli, Venezia Giulia, and the Veneto regions in the world. It covers an areas with a wide variety of climates and soils, specialized in the cultivation of winemaking of various wine, and of course Pinot Grigio, one of them, and Prosecco that we talked about it last week. So the colors and the appearance of this wine, let me pick up the glass like I was an expert, you know. But remember, you're taking a journey together. I do not know nothing, but I can smell it. So the smell is fresh and elegant with the pleasant fruity notes of Williams pear, dried flowers, and wild strawberry. While I'm reading them, I'm trying to smell it, and actually it smells very nice. I don't know if I really can smell the Williams pear and the dried flowers and the wild strawberry, but it smells fruity. So the colors, as you can see, it has a little bit of a pinkish. Can you see it? Because I have a green screen. It has kind of a light pinkish glue, which is perfect for any woman. And the taste, it has a dry and savory taste. I can tell about that in a second. Pairing this wine, actually, since I'm going to be having lunch later, let's see if I can have it with my lunch, is great as an aperitif. So chin chin, it can be my aperitif before my lunch. And also during the meal, so we can use it for meals as well. It's perfect with light salads, light pasta and rice dishes, especially with seafood, raw and lightly cooked shellfish and grilled fish, and goat cheese, perfect for hot weather drinking. Actually, it's perfect for me, and it's enjoyed at the best at 10-12 centigrade Celsius, which is 50 Fahrenheit. JJ, is this the good temperature? JJ is saying yes, probably it's getting warmer, because you remember when I'm doing the Giada Live, every time I need to switch off my air conditioning, so it's getting a little bit hot here, and also the wine can make me hot. So how do you drink wine? I found this very interesting. Remember last week I just sipped the wine, the Prosecco like that, and somebody said, that's not the way you drink the wine. So I found out, JJ, can you show a picture? There is a picture how to drink wine. Look at the wine through the glass, examining the color and opacity. Smell. Swirl your glass for 10-15 seconds and take a quick whiff. I didn't even know. Then stick your nose into the wine glass and for a deep inhale, like that. Okay, and then taste the smell, zip it a little bit and roll around your mouth. Now the sugar, acidity, the tannins, the alcohol content, then move on to tasting the notes, fruit, spice, and everything. So guys, come back to me. As I said, later, I know how to drink it, I will be drinking. But first, before I drink this wine and I get drunk, and who knows what is going to happen on the Giada Life, you remember? I never drink, so a little bit of alcohol can do magic. Remember, in vino veritas, in the wine there is the truth. and I'm always so tired for working so hard, I maybe fell asleep while I'm talking to you. So I will be drinking that, but really it actually smells very good. Somebody was wondering which kind of wine is actually this one is Bosco del Merlo Pinot Grigio Rosé. And you can Google it, Bosco del Merlo Pinot Grigio Rosé, and you find it, and you can find actually if you can drink it. What is Joy saying? My doctor has asked me how much alcohol I drink because my liver test shows a high reading which is associated with drinking alcohol. I'm not a drinker, so I may start drinking. Very well, Joyce. And if you heard before, start to have a lot of olive oil and coffee. Maybe that helped to lower all the. You remember olive oil lower everything, and then start drinking. It doesn't mean anything. Just drink with moderation. So, before we go to the birthday and the events, two more fun facts I found about the Pinot Grigio, the journey we took today. That there are approximately 71,000 acres of Pinot Grigio grapes planted worldwide, which is a lot. And the first American Pinot Grigio grape wine were planted in Oregon in 1966 in Erie vineyards. So we have, as I said, this is not only produced in Italy, is also produced all over the world. So those were my fan facts, history, and everything I could find about the Pinot Grigio. Here are some fast facts that JJ put back the card. So to recap, region Trentino Alto Adige, Umbria, Emilia Romagna, Friuli, Lombardia, Alsace in France, Austria, Australia, New Zealand, Oregon and California. Originated in Burgundy in France, is sweet, is dry to medium dry, is a pale gold colors, and an average of volume of alcohol of 11.5 to 13.5, very low, like almost all the white wine. Learn something, you see? I don't even have to read anymore. The red wines have more alcohol, the white wines low. So for the moment, start little by little. I'm starting with white wine. So I cannot wait to have my Pinot Grigio Rosé thanks to my friends of Bosco del Merlo later. But before, I see, guys, you keep writing those comments, and thank you, guys. Somebody's drinking vodka, then don't vodka, Pinot Grigio. So I'm going to read all your comments, guys, later. Before of that, of course, every day we have birthday and events in history, and we cannot change that tradition, not even on Thursday when we talk about Italy. So yesterday, because we didn't go on yesterday, there were a few things important to me that happened. In July 15, yesterday, in 1898, Camillo Golgi, Italian professor, discovered the Golgi apparatus, a delicate network inside the cells essential for the transmission and reception information between cells. Very important. And in 1916, the Boeing Company. Yes, the Boeing Company. You remember when we could travel with the airplane? The Pacific Aero is formed by the aviation pioneer William Boeing in Seattle, Washington. That's where they started. And in 1960, Chubby Checker releases his version of Twist. Come on, let's twist again. Can you remember, guys? I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'm sure you guys were there. In the USA, and the record started, of course, the twisting all over the world. We have the song in Italy too. And in 1972, yesterday, Honky Chateau became Elton John's first #1 album in the United States. Actually, it was his 5th album, but became the first #1 and includes the song Rocket Man. There, we all love that one. Yesterday's birthday, in 1906, Rembrandt van Rijn, JJ is smiling because Rembrandt is Dutch and JJ is Dutch. The famous Dutch painter was born yesterday in 1606 in Leiden, in the Dutch Republic, of course, nowadays, the Netherlands. If you have never seen his paintings, when you go to Amsterdam, go to the Rijksmuseum, you will be blown away. His paintings are like pictures. And in 1946, one of my favorite singers, Linda Maria Ronstadt, was born yesterday. She was considered one of the most famous singers of the 70s and was born in Tucson, Arizona. Of course, let me see if you think she amazingly recorded all kind of genre of music. That's why I love her. Just like me, she sang rock, country, light opera, Latin, everything remarkably well, and she earned 10 Grammy Awards, 3 American Music Awards, Academy Country Music Award, and even an Emmy Award. She turned 74 years old. Of course, we all know she retired from show business due to Parkinson. And there is a beautiful documentary, if you have not seen it, about her, entitled The Sound of My Voice on Netflix, and I highly recommend it. So happy birthday to her. And in 1950, yesterday, a person I was lucky to meet personally, Arianna Huffington, writer and founder of the Huffington Post, was born in Athens in Greece and turned 70 years young. She's a beautiful woman. She has been named the Time magazine one of the 100 most influential people and powerful women by Forbes. I got to meet her because just like me, she does transcendental meditations. She's a very smart woman. And by the way, I wrote a blog for the Huffington Post thanks to Arianna Huffington for a little while. If you can still Google it and you can find some of the stuff I wrote for them. And here we come to today, July 16. Let me start with one personal one. Today is the birthday of my nephew Alessandro in Portogruaro that turns 15 anni, 15 years old. I love him. Of course, it's been part of my life for 15 years. It was a little bundle of joy and now it's taller than me. So tanti auguri, happy birthday dear Alessandro to you and many, many more. Tanti auguri and salutami la mamma Marta. So today, July 16, after this one, here we go back in 1769 with Father Junipero Serra founds Mission San Diego, the first mission in California. There are 21 missions that, in California, and there is even a mission trail that is called El Camino, the Royal Road. That I surely want to do. I mean, I saw a few missions and they are very spectacular, beautiful. And in 1945, the first test detonation of the atomic bomb Trinity site in Alamogordo in New Mexico happened today. Of course, the weapon ultimately used to end the World War II against Japan. Yeah, it's a sad part of history, but hey. It's, oh yeah, one of the most fascinating books about Dag Hussein is The Girls of the Atomic City. I want to read it. It's the untold story of women who helped win World War II. Interesting, I will find about that. And in 1782, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart opera, listen to Die Aufführungshaus der Serral. Did I say it correct, JJ? Premieres in Vienna with Mozart conducting himself. If you want to know what that means, Die Entführungshaus dem Serral in Austrian, I guess. I translated, and it means the abductions from the Serral, where Serral is a special place in the palace where the wives and the concubines of the Ottoman household were staying. So, birthday of the day today, July 16, 1911, back, Academy Award-winning actress Ginger Rogers is born in Independence, Missouri. Look how spectacular, beautiful. Look at that gown and that body. Well, we all know her as an actress. She was a spectacular dancer, of course, with Fred Astaire. Glorious dancer, I must say. 1952, in Italy, today, Eugenio Finardi, famous Italian rock singer and songwriter and guitarist and keyboardist, was born in Milan and turned 68 years old. Interestingly enough, his mother was an American opera singer. And in 1958, he's always very proud to remind everybody that. And in 1958, Michael Flatley, Irish choreographer, Lord of Dance, is born in Chicago, Illinois, and turned 62 years young today. 1963, the spectacular Phoebe Cates, look at the picture here, the actress married to actor Kevin Kline for the past 31 years, which is history for Hollywood, is born today in New York City and turns 57 today. Before turning an actress, she wanted to be a dancer, got an accident and had to change her career. A little bit of trivia about her, I didn't know, but it's interesting. The father, Joseph Cates, JJ will find it interesting, was also a very famous, accomplished Broadway producer, was also the creator of the classic game, The 64,000 Question, which was the center game of a big show scandal here in America. And there is also an interesting movie made in 1994 called The Quiz Show. directed by Robert Redford, starring George Torturo, and it's really nice if you haven't seen it. We had that show actually in Italy too, and it was called Lascia o Raddoppia, and was presented by Mike Bongiorno. That's the guy that where you see 807. How much is that amount? I don't even know. Lascia o Raddoppia. Mike Bongiorno was born in New York, but of course he never had his fame in the United States, but was one of the most famous presenter in Italy. Last birthday of the day. If you're wondering why JJ would be interested in that, because JJ worked on television for 15 years. And he produced that show in Holland. So now we know the father of Phoebe Cates was the guy who started the show. So, because I see some of you say, why JJ is interested in that? Okay, so in 1967, last birthday of the day, Will Ferrell is born in Irvine, California, and turns 53 years old. It's an amazing comedian and actor, of course, known for Saturday Night Live. And I love him, of course, in Health and in the movie The Anchorman. If you haven't seen it, they're all on Netflix. It's a lot of fun. Health is normally around the holidays, but you can watch it all year round. I think it's very fun and nice. So this was the episode of today. There was a lot of talking. I am excited to say that Saturday, so not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I'm going to be in the kitchen and I'm going to be prepared. And now I know something that goes very well with this Pinot Grigio rosé that I will test in. I will be making a delicious pasta with homemade pesto made with almond and basil and garlic and Parmesan cheese and some little fresh tomatoes, as you can see on that pictures. It's easy to make. You just need the ingredients and 10 minutes of your time. It's delicious, it's light. You asked me to do more vegetarian things. That's why I decided to make that pasta for you. Some of you asked me to stay away from carbs. You can substitute the pasta with, there are some pasta made of quinoa, of other things. So just substitute the pasta with protein pasta and we are good to go. Next week, Tuesday, I don't have a picture yet, but I just got confirmed yesterday an amazing guest for Tuesday, because you remember, the summer schedule is the following: Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. JJ will show you the card, where Tuesday is celebrities interview, Thursday is Italian culture and lifestyle together with Italia Living, and Saturday I go in the kitchen and I do a cooking demo of some delicious recipe. And next Tuesday I'm gonna have a fantastic friend of mine that we all love, Steve Terrell. It's an award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, worked with Bart Bacharach on thousands of projects and with a lot of famous singers. So very excited to have Steve Terrell. And you will find out that he's Italian too. Yes, he is Italian too. And tonight actually is the last opportunity that you have to watch my PBS special from Venice We Love. Actually, my music special from Venice We Love, that was used as the opening for the Redland Bowl Summer Music Festival. And tonight you can watch it, and you can watch it for free on youtube.com/redlandsbowl. Tomorrow they're going to have a new concert. So tonight is the last day. I see Frank Del Plero, they said, Happy Madonna del Carmine. Happy Madonna del Carmine. I didn't know it was today. So guys, I'm smelling the Pinot Grigio. JJ, do you have something to say?
Some people are asking where they can hear you sing. Maybe you can mention
some people,
and what we're going to do on Patreon.
Okay, some people are wondering, where am I singing? Of course, I am a singer and a songwriter. You are right. So I'm trying, since we had all these troubles singing on YouTube and Facebook, now YouTube. So I'm trying to have some of those home concerts, I would call it love songs, on Sunday on my Patreon page. So you can go on my Patreon page.com/Giada Valenti. And I don't know if I will be able to do it this Sunday. For sure, next Sunday, maybe I'm going to test the system this Sunday to see if everything works and sing a song or two for you. So tune in this Sunday, same time, 2 p.m. and we sing a couple of songs. If everything goes well, then we're going to make it a thing that on Sunday we do some love songs on my Patreon page. Patreon page is easy to find. It's patreon.com/Giada Valenti, GIADAVALENTI. We don't have any card with that address. Oh, we have it there. Patreon.com. I see it. Sorry, I didn't see. I see Alfonso Cutillo is saying already salute, because salute is coming now. Cin cin, we say in Italy. It smells fruity. You remember the pear and the fruity, the flowers. I don't know if I can smell all of that, honestly, but it really do smell well. I'm gonna say Twitch is good for music, Michael Bonuomo said. I will try also Twitch, but first I tell Patreon, because Patreon is like a private page, so I can do there wherever I want. and I will do on Sunday. So guys, the one of you that are on Patreon, Sunday 2 p.m. I'll see you there. I will remind you, and we try to sing a couple of songs with the mixer that Doug bought for us. By the way, the birthday and events were thanks to Doug Hartline, who also bought the mixer for me to sing. So Sunday, Doug, I know you are on Patreon, we will be using it again to sing a couple of songs. Without further ado, we took a journey today into the planet of Pinot Grigio to learn more, at least to educate myself, and the one of you that just like me didn't know nothing about the Pinot Grigio will learn a lot. I think it's time to drink it. Here it is. This is a special one. It's a special rosé version of the Pinot Grigio that actually at the DOC mark only in 2017, so it's pretty new. So it's coming also to the United States. That's why my friend sent it to me, so I could taste it first. I'm gonna taste it and I'm gonna say I'll see you Saturday in the kitchen. Ci vediamo sabato in cucina. I wanna thank you all in sign language. I love you guys for being with me every day, for being with me today. Thank you to all the people that were watching through Italian Living. Thank you to Richard Micheli for being partner in crime in this journey of the Giada life. I'm gonna say cin cin, salute, e ci vediamo sabato in cucina. Here we go. Let me see. I forgot, I have to roll it in my mouth. Actually, it's quite delicious. Cin cin ragazzi, see you Saturday.
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place, and I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, 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 dear old Auf Wiedersehen. See you tomorrow. A domani.